It's day 6 of the SAG-AFTRA strike by actors, which has shut down most of Hollywood. Actors joined screenwriters on the picket lines to fight for better pay and protections against artificial intelligence. Fran Drescher is the president of SAG-AFTRA, and she has been very passionate and a fierce advocate on these issues. She joins us right now. Fran, how are you doing? Good morning.
I'm doing well, thank you, and good morning to you.
Thank you for joining us. So where do the negotiations stand right now? Are you talking to the other side? Has any progress been made?
I wish we would be talking to the other side. We said we would start talking to them immediately, but they're punishing us. They don't want to talk to us. So, oh, well, you know, they complain that it's going to shut down the business, but they don't come to the table. So you tell me what's happening.
So no meetings, no phone calls, no Zooms. Is there any communication at all?
No, I think stonewalling is their preferred technique.
Fran, Michelle Miller here.
That's what we're up against.
Well, the other side, as we call them, or calling themselves the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers, which is bargaining for the Hollywood studios, which includes Paramount Global, Paramount Studios, and CBS, all which we must...
We are part of.
We are part of.
Of course.
They say the union... Yes, they say the union has mischaracterized negotiations. And to that point, so what specifically was in the offer? Because they say they gave you a very impressive offer. Share it with us.
Well, first of all, you know, most of my members don't even meet the threshold to get health insurance, which is only $26,000 a year. And in most jobs, that would be considered a part-time job. So to go on strike is a major deal. I mean, it's a big responsibility, and they all wanted it in unprecedented numbers, 97.91. So why would we go on strike if we were offered such an incredible deal? It doesn't make sense. We're not making $78,000 a day like the CEOs of these companies. So it's insulting for them to imply that we're being kind of spoiled brats when people are journeymen, working people that just want to pay the rent and put food on the table, can barely make it to the threshold of health insurance in most cases. So, you know, what are we talking about here? Who are these people? They want to squeeze blood from a rock because all they're interested in is showing their shareholders how much money they're making and not losing. And where do they go? To the performer, who is the very foundation of their whole business model. It's very strange. I don't understand why people just don't do the right thing, why their whole culture doesn't shift to having character.
Yeah. Well, Fran, I mean, they would say that if you look at their streaming divisions, with the exception of Netflix, they're not making money in those divisions. So let's linger on the money question for a second here. You've got millions of Americans, many of them watching right now, who are paying $10, $15, $20 a month to multiple streaming services. They could watch The Nanny until recently on HBO Max. I think you can now watch it on Pluto, which is a Paramount property. Help us understand the difference in what you earn as a performer for a re-airing of The Nanny on a broadcast, old-school, linear, CBS-like channel versus a streaming re-air on an HBO Max or something similar.
Okay, just to be clear, we are on Max, but we're on several platforms as The Nanny. In the old days, when we did The Nanny, the business model was based on success was longevity of a series. And if you had eyeballs and ad dollars, you would stay on the air. So you can be on the air 6 years, 7 years, 10 years, 11 years. And then episodes, each season was 22 episodes was like the minimum, 24, 26. We did 28 many times. Okay, so then the show was on network television. Then it would go to syndication. It would be on cable. It would sell around the world. And it would have a long tail of revenue. And people that worked on The Nanny, even people that were a day player or had a guest role, they're still making money off of that show because the show continues to make money for everyone up and down the ladder. It was a very good business model. When the advent of streaming was introduced, the business model changed radically. Suddenly, shows were called limited series, and they were given maybe 6 to 10 episodes was considered a season, and a series would go maybe 3 to 4 years if it was very successful.
But Fran, could you just bottom line it for us, if you could? It's two different business models completely. That's why you're on strike. That's why you're negotiating. If there's a re-airing of The Nanny, how much money do you get or a person on that crew gets in contrast to what you get if there's yet another streaming viewing right now?
I can't even tell you that because it doesn't air in the same way. We don't know what the numbers are. Those people that run the streaming channels are very secretive. They won't tell us. So they'll give us some money that they say is what's coming to us, but we can't make enough when we're only doing 6 to 10 episodes and it's in a vacuum. There's no tail beyond it. The money we have to follow, that's in subscriptions.
Yeah, the takeaway there, Fran, follow the money. Fran Drescher, thank you so much.
Thank you.